Let's look at our zoom tool. Matter of fact, let's get out our notes. Okay. And let's say zoom tool. Okay. Let's save this. Move this out the way. And let's go to our Photoshop. Okay. Here's our zoom tool right here. This little magnifying glass. It looks like a magnifying glass. Our quick access to the zoom tool is holding down the letter Z, as in zoom. That's the shortcut. Okay. Now the default position of the zoom tool is to zoom in. Notice you see the little plus there. So as we click, it actually zooms in. Okay, and to zoom out, if you hold down the Alt key and click, it zooms in or zooms out. And if you look down at the bottom here, you see the percentage of the image. Or you could look up here at the very top. So you look down here, or you can look at the top. That's where you see the percentage, or you see the position of the actual zoom. Let's go ahead and make that 100% again. Okay. Okay, say you want to zoom in on a specific area of the image. Get our zoom tool and say just the finger. What you want to do is click, drag, and hold, and let go. And it zooms in. Okay. Now, if you look on your option, the options up here, well, let's talk about that for a second. Let's look at these two options here. Okay, we have our plus and we have our minus. Remember, the minus, what you have to do is hold down the Alt key, and it will give you the zoom in or the zoom out. Hold down the Option key on the Mac. It will give you the same result. Where it says fit, let's go back to 0 so you could get what I'm doing here, or 100%. Okay, now sometimes, let me pull this out. Sometimes we may want to zoom in. See how the window isn't opening, but to access the certain area of the image, I have to move the bars, the scroll bars here. Okay, well, if we want to resize, let's go ahead and put this back at 100. Okay, if we want to resize, we could resize window to fit. So as we see that, see how the window actually opens up? As we resize, or as we zoom in, the windows actually open up. Okay, there we go. So it's a pretty neat tool. Okay, let me show you something else here. Actual pixels, say if I was at 50%, click actual pixels, it will show you the actual size of the image right here. Okay, fit screen will do just that. Put it right in the screen, not taking into account the actual size, or if you notice, it's 391.69%. So it's zoomed in. Okay, so let's go back to 100%. There we go. Right here. So the zoom tool is very powerful. You're going to use the zoom tool a lot. I use the zoom tool when I first started using Photoshop. I used the zoom tool to get in, and where I needed to be very meticulous with certain things, like say this star right there. Let's zoom in on it. Okay, right here. You kind of have to know what you're looking at. This is the SS. Let's see, SS, and then this is that star. Let's bring it down a little bit. Matter of fact, let's use our navigator. Okay, see, so I'm zooming out. It's the same thing as taking the zoom tool and holding down the alt key and the option key on Mac and zooming out. Okay. Okay, so before I end this, I want to focus our attention over here to the navigator a little bit. I know we were using it just a second ago, but I want to explain a little bit more about the convenience of the navigator and its efficiency. Remember, you could take this bar, move it to the left, or move it to the right, and it zooms in or zooms out. Zoom out. You could also type in your increment or your measurement here, or you could click here. Okay. I like it because I'm able to get precise with what I'm doing. Also, let's say that, again, let's take our zoom tool over here. I want to zoom in over here. The navigator will let me know, because it's hard to see, and I mentioned this in another tutorial, it's hard to actually see where I am. And this gives me that vantage point to know where I am in regards to the image. I come here, that's my eye. Come here, that's the SUCC of success. Come here, that's the finger pointing toward you in success. Okay. So let's put 100% here. Okay, we're back to 100%. Now, again, I mentioned this. If you click this down arrow, we get the panel options. This is if we want to change the outline or the border of what's called the view box. Say, let's change to yellow. Okay. All right, so there we have it. Let's go ahead, go again. Okay, so you see the view box is yellow. Lets us know where we are. Okay. Go ahead and go back to options, and I'm going to put light red again. Okay. There we have it. And I'm going to put 100%. Okay. So the navigator works best when you use it with the zoom tool. Okay, so you want to keep your eye on the navigator as you use your zoom tool, as you zoom in, as you zoom out, as you get meticulous in your editing and modifying your images. Okay, all right, I will, you know what, let me put this in the note so we'll remember that before I dismiss. Zoom tool works well with the, let me see, okay, so remember to peek at the nav window when using the zoom tool. Okay, works well with the navigator window. Okay, that's the zoom tool. Also to know this, let's see, zoom in equals control, well, let me see. Yeah, control. I think you just hold down your control key or your alt key. Hold down the alt key, and that will zoom in. Alt key, and that's the option key for Mac. Okay, and to zoom out is zoom out, release all keys. Okay, so Okay, that's it for this video tutorial. Let's get ready to start really getting into some things by choosing color and painting. Let's get into that in some of our next video tutorials. Okay, see you soon. Take care. Wishing you the greatest of success.